Hey, what's going on Friday, March 13th, 2026? Ken Arzone here talking baseball. I'm looking at all aspects of the game of baseball, including players, their accomplishments, their stats, baseball records, baseball trivia, whatever I can think about baseball. I've been covering on my YouTube channel over 2,667 videos and counting. This video is something I really admire about a baseball player: loyalty. A baseball player who signs a contract with his team, he either brought up, signs his contract, becomes a member of that team, and stays with the same team his entire career. And who holds the record for the longest tenure with the same team? Do you know? Do you know that answer? You got to look it up. So I'm going to list the top 10 loyal baseball players sticking with their team their entire career. Top 10. Who's number one? You got to give it to Carl Yastrzemski. Boston Red Sox, 23 years, but listen to this: 3,308 games with the same team. I admire Carl Yastrzemski for that. Carl Yastrzemski, one of the most unique baseball players in history. I'm going to go back to his name. I've got him here. Wait, let's see, where is he? Here he is, Carl Yastrzemski. Ended up with a 285 career batting average, 452 homers. Well, you know what's interesting about him? He was below 300 career batting average, but he still amassed, is that the right word? Amassed 3,419 career hits. He's a member of that 3,000 hit club, and he kept going. 23 years, Boston Red Sox. How about that? He's number one. Loyal baseball player of all time. A lot of other guys, some have lasted 15 years, 16, even 20 years with the same team. But how about Carl? 23 years in a row. He didn't go anywhere else. I wonder if he had the option of going. But he stuck with the Boston Red Sox. Props, Carl Yastrzemski. All right, who's number two on the list? Brooks Robinson. Let's put Brooks Robinson's name in here. I've got my list here. Yeah, Brooks Robinson. Him and Carl Yastrzemski are the only guys in baseball history, 23 years with the same team. And in Brooks Robinson, the Baltimore Orioles. Now, his career batting average, 267. Disappointed there. But he got 2,848 hits. 23 years for Brooks Robinson. Him and Yaz, the two guys that hold the record for the most years with the same team. Did you know that? Number three on the list. I'm doing the top 10. Have you heard of this guy? Stan Musial. 22 years, St. Louis Cardinals. And you know what happened? 1945, he went in the military. So he started his career in 1941. So his fifth year, he went in the military. It was in his prime. If he had played that year, no military service, he would have had 23 years. But instead, he's got 22 years. And he has the most hits among anybody on this top 10 list. 3,630. And I like this. a 331 career batting average. See, Yaz and Yastrzemski and Robinson were below 300, but Stan Musial, 22 years, St. Louis Cardinals, and maintained 331 career batting average. Number 4. Top 10, right? Do you know who's number 4? I didn't know this one. Mel Ott, 22 years, the New York Giants. He played 2,730 games. Musial played 3,026. Mel Ott, how about this? 304 career batting average. And he's the power guy, 511 homers. He had more than Musial. 22 years, the New York Giants. Way to go, Mel. That's impressive. All right, who's number 5 as far as longest tenure with the same team? I had to look this one up. Al Kaline. Detroit Tigers, 22 years. He's unique. He started his career at age 18. And you know what he did his first year? Had 30 games. Actually, his third year. He won the batting title after 3 years in the league. That's unique. And he got 200 hits. But he played from 1953 to 1974. Detroit Tigers, 22 years, and he's a member of the 3,000 hit club, 3,007. Way to go, Al. And he played 2,834 games. He's number 5 on my list. So Carl Yastrzemski, 23. Brooks Robinson, 23. Stan Musial, Mel Ott, and Al Kaline, 22. Those are the top 5 loyal baseball players in baseball history. Anybody going to break that and stay with the same team longer? We'll see. Number 6. Iron Man Cal Ripken. 21 years, Baltimore Orioles. And you know what he did? This is very, very unique. He played 3,001 games. Cal, why did you play that extra game? Why not just stop 3,000 games exactly? That would have been a nice stat on your record. But he plays 3,001. If I was Cal, I would know my stats and I say, boss, I'm at 3,000 games exactly. I'm done. I want that stat on my resume. Just like Roberto Clemente. Got 3,000 hits exactly, and he was done. Cal Ripken. Disappointed in his 276 career batting average, but I do like the Iron Man streak, and I like this stat, 3,184 hits. That's a very good stat. 3,000 games, 3,184 hits. Cal Ripken, the Baltimore Orioles. Who's next? Number 7 on the list. George Brett. 21 years, the Kansas City Royals. 2,707 games. So he didn't play as many games as Ripken. Ripken had 3,001. Brett, 2,707. With 21 years and 3,154 hits, member of that exclusive club, and he maintained 305 career batting average. So Musial and Brett have the 300 or a better career batting average. Brett was unique because he's got 3 batting titles. Musial had some batting titles too. Number 8. I didn't know this one. Willie Stargell. 21 years. The Pittsburgh Pirates. Now, he didn't play as many games. He had 2,360. See, Ripken, 21 years, 3,000 games. Brett, 21 years, 2,700 games. Stargell, 21 years, but only 2,360 games. Career batting average 282, but he had some power, 475 career homers, 2,200 hits. See, Ripken and Brett, 21 years, got into the 3,000 hit club. Brett stayed over 300. Ripken was below it. Stargell, 2,200 hits. So some of those years, Stargell wasn't playing full time, but he hung on with the Pittsburgh Pirates 21 years, and I believe he got 2 rings, right? Willie Stargell. I didn't know that one. Who's next? Number 9. Do you know who? There's a lot of guys 20 years, exactly. Tony Gwynn, Craig Biggio, some of those guys. But I'm looking for the longest, and this guy is 21 years, and he's a pitcher. Walter Johnson. 21 years, the Washington Senators. 417 victories, 802 games, 531 complete games. How about this stat? 110 shutouts. Walter Johnson, 21 years, the Washington Senators. He got a ring. Interesting. Now, for a long time, I thought that the record for a pitcher staying with the same team, the longest, was Walter Johnson's 21 years. But I found out today that there's another pitcher that stayed 21 years with the same team. What's his name? Let me put him in here. I gotta look him up. His name? Ted Lyons. Did you know that? Ted Lyons, the Chicago White Sox, 21 years. He won 260 games, made the Hall of Fame, 594 games. So he's got the lowest amount of games with the same team. There's eight guys who are position players. They have a lot of games. And 2 pitchers, 21 years. Walter Johnson and Ted Lyons. Now, as the list goes down, there's a lot of guys 20 years. But they're not in the top 10. I'll give you, I've got the list here. As far as guys 20 years, it's too bad. Some of these guys, if they had played longer, could have broken the record. You got Luke Appling, 20 years, Chicago White Sox. Craig Biggio, 20 years, Houston Astros. Then you go down the list. Who else had 20 years? Tony Gwynn, 20 years, San Diego Padres. How about that one? Red Faber, he's the other pitcher, 20 years, Chicago White Sox. Mel Harder, not in the Hall of Fame. He was 20 years Cleveland Indians. Derek Jeter, 20 years the New York Yankees. Go down the list here. Who else had 20? Not too many guys get to that 20 mark with the same team. All those guys I've mentioned were the same team. Alan Trammell, forgot about him. Detroit Tigers, 20 years. And, oh yeah, this guy too. Robin Yount, 20 years Milwaukee Brewers. But they're not in the top 10. Top 10 is Carl Yastrzemski, 23 years. Brooks Robinson, 23 years. Those two guys stand alone as the most loyal baseball players in history. Then you've got Stan Musial, 22, Mel Ott, 22, Al Kaline, 22. Then you go Cal Ripken, George Brett, Willie Stargell, 21. Then you go as far as pitchers, Walter Johnson, 21, and Ted Lyons, 21. I think that's an interesting top 10 list. The most loyal baseball players of all time staying with their team. Did you know that there are some baseball players that have played for 8 or 9? I think that the record is 9 teams in their career. That is embarrassing. That is ridiculous. Bouncing around the National American League, 6, 7, 8, 9 teams. Come on. You can't stay with one team your entire career. Is it money? Is it contract? Is it a point where the ball player is cut loose? That could happen. But how about the ball player who says, hey, I'm making $25 million with a certain club, and they offer me another $25 million, but another club says, we'll give you 28 or 30 million. So the ball player says, I'm out, I'm going for the 30 million. Would you do that? If you ask me, would I take the 25 million and stay with the same club for 20 years? Or would I bounce around and try to get 28, 30 million, 35 million with other clubs? That's a hard one. The money would be nice, but I like the fact that you stay with one team. And can you live on 25 million? I think I could. Do I need 30 mil? All right, this is my top 10. What's the title of it? Top 10 players loyalty or players longest tenure, same team. That'll be the title. All right, my next video, I'm going to look at the top 10 players with the most MVP awards. Do you know the list? The top 10? Who has the most? I'll look at that next. I'm out.